It's time for the Johnny Furphy player comparison challenge. We both have a best case player comp and a worst case player comp. Riley's going to try to convince me that his comp is better. I'm going to try to convince Riley that my comp is better. You can go first on this one. What is the best case player comparison for Johnny Furphy?
So I said Michael Porter Jr. I don't even know if I'm going to try that hard to convince you on it. I struggled with him because I think on one hand I could see Furphy hitting that level where he is just a no conscious type of shooter. He's pulling even if he's like 0 for 5 and thinking it's going in and it starts to go in and he can flip a game with some hot shooting. I just think like it's going to take a lot for me to buy into his offensive upside as much as MPJ. But I've never seen Porter Jr. be as active defensively as Furphy is, and that's where I think it falls short a little bit. I love his instincts. I love how well he uses his hands to get steals. I think he can guard down a couple positions, like he can switch on to smaller guards. And yeah, that's where I want to hear your best case because I don't know if that's exactly MPJ-ish, so to speak.
Yeah, the other part of the MPJ stuff is like MPJ's sort of clinically insane. And like I don't get the sense that that's Johnny Furphy. It's lovable, don't get me wrong. Like I love clinically insane MPJ. But I think there is a stark difference in like the between the ears stuff there. So this one, I'm gonna warn you right now. When I say this player's name, you're gonna be like, ew, no way, that's gross. Mine's better. But when I give you this player's production, you're going to be like, that's perfect. So let's do the production first and see if you can spot the player here. I have a 6'9", 210 pounds small forward who is not from America, who this season had career highs in this is just his fourth year in the NBA, excuse me. So he's really quickly turned himself into a 15 points a game guy, 7.2 rebounds, 3.8 assists, a steal per game, 51% from the floor, and 37% from three on three attempts a game.
That's Deni Avdija, and I love
That's
that comp.
that's Deni Avdija. I think that's about the best case scenario. And like career path wise, I think it's exactly what you could see from Furphy, where in year one, you're kind of looking around like, wait a second, is this a bust? It's not really working. And then in year two, he makes small steps. In year three, he makes bigger steps. And then at a certain point, it just all clicks, and he's really, really good.
I love that comp. I thought about going for with Kuzma as far as like his Wizards compatriot, but I think Kuzma's never been. I don't know if he's ever shot better than 34% from three, and I think Furphy probably shatters that within his first like 3 to 5 years in the league. But Kuzma definitely turned himself into a plus defender, which I think that part of his game, like the off ball instincts, could go well with Furphy. But yeah, I love the Avdia comp.
Okay, let's go with that. Let's go to our worst case player comparison. What do you have for our guy, Johnny Furphy?
This one makes me sad because I really don't want it for Furphy, but at the same time, I'm proud of this pull. I think the worst case is Kevin Knox. When you look at similar size, 6'8", 6'9" wing, Knox rose up the draft boards after a good combine, was sort of branded as this wing with a good athleticism, good enough shot, enough like of a feel, ability to play a little bit of playmaking for others, and some defensive tools as well. And of course, it just never came together. He put up I think 12 points per game for a really bad Knicks team, and then was never heard from again.
Yeah, okay. I don't hate it. The only thing I would say with both of your comps is I think both those guys were like score or bust types. Like you don't expect anything from Kevin Knox other than scoring. And I think a big part of Furphy is like, oh my God, he can pass and he has
Mm-hmm.
great instincts and he does all these other things. Which is why I landed on another international prospect who basically he had the same exact start to his career as Deni, but then in year four, when Deni became amazing, this guy got worse and left the league very quickly. How about Super Mario Hezonja?
Hazonia also Hazonia kind of had like the encore energy of Furphy too. Again, I hope that's not his fate, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to concede both the best and worst case scenarios to you.
Ooh, Ooh, a rare double sweep of Riley Davis. What is this? The pickleball court, Riley? I didn't expect this tonight. Okay, there you have it. There's our video. If you like this, we have a bunch more of these coming out. 5 per day, every single weekday leading up to the NBA draft. Thank you so much for watching. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.